Welcome to the show. I'm only 2 minutes late today. Yeah, I'm getting better. My name is Ian Hopfe, and I go by the hashtag IanTheHRPro, and you are watching, listening, reading my podcast, Ian the HR Pro live podcast, and a new sub tagline is dangerously unscripted. I find sometimes I just kind of blabber on and talk about complete and utter nonsense, but it's my show, so I can do it. Up in the top corner over here, you can see my new logo I've created for the podcast. The logo kind of my two sides, the rabbit that wants to be cool and fit in, and the bear who's kind, overly emotional. That's kind of my two sides. So I'm both those characters in that image. So that's why I created it. Anyway, thank you to ChatGPT and Canva AI for helping me create that new logo. Today is Wednesday, so we're talking about side gigs, side hustles, aka small business marketing stuff, right? This is for the little guy, and if you want to ask a question, ask it in the comments. There, I'll put on the little ask your questions in the comments. You can see it down there. And I'm using the Halloween font, and we're listening to the Halloween music this week since Restream.io, my streaming program that allows me to stream to what's that first one? I forgot the name of it. I'm looking at the icon. I can't even remember the LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X. That's where I'm live streaming right now. And on most of those, I will put updates. The only one I can't put the clips after the show, the only one I can put it on is Twitch. Twitch doesn't allow me to do direct uploads. And to replace that for all my shorts, viral clips, I put them on TikTok. So we'll see about getting some audience from TikTok too. Sorry, I got something in the back of my throat. I got my Earl Grey tea to help me clear it out. Okay, so I'm going to try something new at the start of each show. I'm going to take, 5-10 minutes, however the heck long I want to. It's my show, but we're going to see how it works. I am calling it, what am I calling it? Now Trending segment. Now Trending. So I just want to talk about current events and things like that, kind of a little bit at the start of each show, just to allow people some time to get to the show, to start watching and connecting, and maybe create some viral clips for the trending topics, right? So that's what we're doing. So what I'm going to do is we'll share my other browser screen. Can you see that? Can we make me bigger and you can still see that? Nah, you can't really see that. That's terrible. It's terrible. That's even more terribler. That I don't like that. How about that? Let's move me over. Let's see. Kind of. What about that? No. What about that? I guess this really is the best view for this particular shot, or this what I'm doing. So what I got here is Google Trends, right? So anyone who's into marketing or trying to create content that's trending, you kind of know this already. You've used it. You looked at what's happening in the world. I have it set up right now for Alberta. So this is what's trending in my home province of Alberta. So I wonder, I just did this. I wonder if I can do a refresh and see if anything changes. So we got Bank of Canada interest rates still at the top. When we click on it, it shows us how long it's been trending, what the trend line looked like, how people were talking about it. Like over the last, I don't know, that's probably like 6 hours people have been talking about it. What do we got? Bank of Canada lowers key interest rate to 2.25. Suggests it's done cutting. Well, this was how do lower interest rates impact your life? Ooh, that's a good question, right? So let's have a look at that CBC. This is a CBC or CBC Canada or CBC Radio, I think. Canadian news in 7 languages. RCI. So I'm going to lower its key rate 2.25% on Wednesday, continuing the rate cutting cycle that began in June 2024. What are interest rates anyway? Interest rates is when you take out a loan, you'll be given the cash and you will need to repay a little bit on the loan, right? Okay, yeah, okay. So it's basically 2.25 is what the banks can borrow from the Bank of Canada, commercial banks like RBC. Prime rates, which are starting rates to consumers to borrow money. This is basically what the banks are spending, right? And the bank adds interest on top of that. So it's 2.25 plus whatever the bank is giving you on top. And you might have a really good mortgage if you have something like a mortgage that's not fixed rate. I mean, my wife just got into a HELOC, and we noticed our we've locked in the mortgage part at a certain rate, a nice low rate that we've had for in the last 15 years or so. So that's awesome. But we also have the HELOC version, which portion, which is the money we borrow to do other things, right? We noticed that the interest rate changes that. So our minimum payment each month, our interest payment, goes up or down with that interest rate. So that's kind of the only place where it's affecting us personally. Me and my wife, right? But basically this just allows big businesses and the banks to borrow more money easier, so that they can help the economy, supposedly. What's this epic? What is this epic? How many innings in a baseball game? 11 signs from 18 innings of World Series history. Oh, was the World Series going on? My God, I have not been paying attention to the World Series. I do know that the Blue Jays were in. 18 innings. Oh my God. There you go. Okay, get out of there. 6 hours and 39 minutes. We were treated to bonus baseball and then some in World Series Game 3. 7 years after Dodgers and Red Sox set the record of 18 innings. Game 3 repeated itself. Along the way, Game 4, starting pitcher multiple. Freeman summed it up. Our starting pitcher tonight got on base 9 times. Oh, you gotta get on base. That's all you care about, is get on base. All right, I am not a baseball fan. I don't watch baseball. So all I knew was that the Blue Jays got to the World Series, and I didn't know anything else, and I haven't heard any other tips. So, but that's trending. I mean, last night when the game was on, people were using the word epic, right? So if you were able to do some posting, social media posting last night for you or your business, your personal branding, use the word epic. Epic game, 18 innings, right? Or whatever, right? Like you could use that. You could ride the coattails of that. Nighttime light exposure. Something we're talking about here in Alberta. How exposure to light during nighttime impacts heart health. Ooh. Experts say the body clock affects heart health. Here are 5 ways. Oh, 5 ways, 5 ways. Let's see, Yahoo News. What are your 5 ways? 5 ways to improve your rhythm. Okay, yeah, okay. What are the 5 ways? Get light in the morning and avoid it at night. All right, get out, get some sunshine. Put on them bright lights when you wake up, I guess. Like that's, and in the evening, right? Close the windows, I guess. I mean, I think that's where we have issues with our phones, our devices, and we got this bright blue light in our eyes at nighttime. Go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Oh, yeah, like that's going to happen. I'm a night owl. My wife likes getting up early in the morning. Man. I mean, put it in the comments if you manage to go to sleep and wake up at the same time every day consistently. Like I'm saying, like 80% of the time, you're always going to bed at the same time and you're always waking up at the same time. Let's chat about that. Like put a chat in. If you can manage that, type like 80% in the comments. Like there's no way I can go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. I couldn't even do that when I was in school. Like, oh my God. All right, number 3, eat early in the day. Eating irregular intervals or late at night can alter the circadian rhythms. All right. Uh-oh, someone at my front door. I think that might be a delivery. I'm hoping someone else is down there so they can go get the door. So I don't have to get the door. Yeah, someone got the door. Okay. Just had to make sure. Of course, delivery had to come right in the middle of my show. It's good. It's good. It's done. Got the delivery. Eating early in the day. Right. We do hear about things like don't eat after 7 or don't snack at night. Right. Because at that point, your body should be basically done processing the food. And now that you're going to bed, your body is saying it's time to repair stuff. So we're going to use all that energy and all that nutrients we got for today. Now we're repairing stuff at night. But if you go to bed with a full tummy, your body doesn't get a chance to do that, because when you eat, all your blood goes to your stomach and your intestines and you start processing that food, right? So, I mean, it's nice to be able to get to sleep with a nice full stomach, but that's not healthy. Not healthy, right? Cardiometabolic health and lower risk of type 2 diabetes, right? That's where you can think about intermittent fasting, going to bed. We call breakfast break fast, right? Because we don't eat for a while. So if we stop eating at 6 o'clock and then don't eat for 12 or more hours again, we've gone through a fast. And it's proven that the proper fasting cycle can help. I mean, yeah, eat early in the day. I try so hard to have a bigger breakfast and a bigger lunch and then try to have a light supper. But, man, I'm not hungry in the morning. Not hungry in the morning. Anyway, number 4, time your workouts. What workouts? Keep the body clock in mind. What body clock? It's difficult to accurately measure the body clock, but the experts say wearable devices such as smartwatches and rings can help by tracking patterns in heart rate and skin temperature. Everyone has an internal clock, and it's time we start listening to it. Oh man, okay, yeah. So every evening, my internal clock says, "Fall asleep on the couch at 6:30, 7 o'clock." If I actually went to bed at 6:30, 7 o'clock when my body says nap time on a couch because my blood sugar's spiking after supper, I mean, I'd wake up at 9 or 10 and then be awake for a couple hours. I'd be up for the watch, and then heck with that trending. Let's skip down to something funner. I have no idea what it is. I saw something good. 3i Atlas. So 3i Atlas is the interstellar comet that's going through our solar system right now. And it has come into our solar system at such an angle that we see it coming, but now it's going behind the sun. So we're not going to see it for a long while. And then we'll see it again when it comes around the sun as it exits our solar system, because of course it does a little parabolic move. Oh my God, everything we know about the mysterious object speeding through our solar system. Yeah, there it is, 3i Atlas, right? Like it's coming through. They had one of the Mars probes take some photos of it, right? So it's coming this way, passing by Mars. It's going to disappear behind the sun here soon as we, then Earth, continues this way. So it'll disappear, and then we'll come around. We'll see it as it exits the solar system. Yeah. Interstellar object, interstellar asteroid. 3i stands for the third interstellar. So this is the third one that we've found. We're able to track. We know all about it, and now we're watching it burn up and analyzing its tail and stuff like that. So I like that. That's fun science news. And of course, everyone seems to think it's some sort of alien. Geologically speaking, yeah, it's alien, but it's not advanced alien technology. Shut up your face. All right. So, heck with that. We're done that. We're going to stop that sharing. Let's go back to me so I can rant and rave closer to you. Yeah, side gigs, side hustles, marketing your small business, things like that. And depending on what your business is, your marketing tactics are all going to be different. And I have tried some really local marketing stuff, but I made the mistake of thinking that my HR business, could do local marketing stuff. Putting out the flyers, like the mail out flyers, and emailing and trying to connect with all the local businesses in the area, in my neighborhood, right? Like I spent a lot of time on Google Maps searching for business emails and trying to say, hey, I'm an HR professional in the neighborhood. Do you need any support, right? If you're using that kind of small business tactic, I think you need a physical location. You are a physical store. You are a convenience store. You are a grocery store. You are a liquor store. You're a furniture store. Did I say furniture store already? You're a game store. You're barber shop. You're hair salon, you're a nail salon, right? Like you're some sort of your pharmacy, your gas station, um, but you have a physical location where people walk in, and your initial target market is everybody within walking distance of your location. That's your first target market. You got to think about that. How do I connect to those people? So you do everything you can to, you may be able to get away with more local marketing stuff. Connecting with us. If you're in a strip mall, you go connect with the other business owners in that strip mall and you make a deal like, can we just share flyers on our counters? Can we share coupons? Like if someone comes in here and purchases something, can you give them $1 off coupon to come to my store? Right? You want to really become friends with the other stores in your strip mall. As long as you're not all the same type of store, you should be able to get along with each other. The customer has arrived at this strip mall location. You got your liquor store, you got your convenience store, you got maybe your laundromat, you got what else? A gift store, some sort of medical office, a dentist, or whatever. Right? There's other businesses in there, and you can connect with all of them. If you're in that structure, you absolutely need to connect with everybody, and as a team, you guys need to work on possible marketing. Imagine if everybody was able to kick in to do a mail out in the neighborhood. You can make yourselves a big postcard, but it's only businesses in this strip mall, right? And you all pay your chunk. It's probably going to be, I don't know, $500 to $1,000 each, depending on the size of the postcard that you're mailing out and the size of the neighborhood that you've decided to mail to, right? The printing and the mailing costs. But if you connect with a local print company, they can do a lot of the work for you. I connected with the owner of this company, lives in my neighborhood. His company's called Shamrock Sportswear, and he does printing. So I had him do printing for me, and I just paid him everything, and he did all the printing, cut it up, did any folding that needed to get folding, and then he took it to Canada Post and posted it. I was completely hands off. I didn't have to do anything. So if you can find a local printer in your area, maybe you can get a good deal, especially if you're doing it more often. And they'll kind of do everything for you. I mean, bare bones, you get a printer, just a regular printer, your office printer, or if you got to go down to like Staples or some office supply store where they have printing ability, you go in, you just print out a couple hundred copies of this flyer, and you just walk your neighborhood, right? You just go put it in everybody's mailbox. That's it. I mean, that's the basic. If you've got a physical location, that's the basic stuff that you could start doing right away. Let the neighbors know you're there. And you want to connect with local organizations. So I'm thinking nonprofits. If you're in Edmonton, connect with the community league. Things like that. There might be a business association in your area. Excuse me. So you kind of want to do this legwork, and you're doing that when you first open up. This is like first couple weeks you open up, right? You're kind of blanketing the local area. It may cost you some money for the printing and maybe some postage if you want to do that way. But that's the basic, and it's also could be considered old school. But if you have a lot of people within walking distance that live there, you want to let as many people as possible in the area. If your business is dependent on walk-ins from your neighborhood, so something that the local people want to consume or want to purchase, right? This If that's not your business, then don't waste your money on this sort of form of advertising, right? If your business is in the area and you have a bunch of apartment buildings and a single family home area on the other, oh man, yeah, you want to get out there and you want to mail out something and you want to say 10% off or $5 off your purchase over such and such number, right? Like whatever you want to do, you want to get the people coming in the door and using that flyer to acknowledge that your advertising is working. But if you don't depend on your local area as your business, say windows, you're a window company, so you manufacture or just install windows on homes, your customers probably aren't just the neighborhood around you. It's probably the whole community, the whole city, possibly large chunks of your province or state, right? Like you could go anywhere. So you have a different beast. You're not doing the small business type advertising. And if you've got money to do this stuff, or you think it's cheap and easy, I mean, do it. But it's kind of the new age. Doing what I'm doing. Creating the content daily. Posting content daily. The physical act of posting content to social media websites is free. Free 99, right? Like that's so even if you are a tiny little store, convenience store, okay, you still want to get these local marketing stuff going, but you also want to get onto that social media and start building that and plan. You're going full bore. I've talked in previous podcasts about my plan, which is the 333 challenge. I'm going to post at least 3 pieces of content every day, and I'm going to do that every day for 30 days for 3 months. So, I mean, it's a terrible name. Anyway, the 333 challenge. And I'm managing to do 4 to 6 pieces of content every day. And I'm also trying to do other things. So I'm trying to go live to build that community. You can come on here and ask me questions. And the lives are a long piece of content, which my program, Restream.io, automatically creates viral clips for me. Viral. So, and I'm trying to post random things. That's why I talked about the trending, and I'm going to talk about trending stuff more often, because if something is trending, you may be able to increase your chances of something going viral. If something's trending and is like totally related to what you do, that's even better. But you can just go on the coattails. We talked about 3i Atlas. We talked about the world's longest World Series game, right? And the Blue Jays. Yeah, I should be talking about them, but I'm not interested in sports. But I am missing a large part of popular culture by ignoring that. So I'm forcing myself to acknowledge these things by reviewing, taking a few minutes at the start of each podcast and doing the trending. What's trending? Now trending. We're done the now trending. I can take off my now trending captions. You can ask your questions in the comments, because we're now talking about, social, getting your small business going. And yes, there's going to be a time and place for the physical, traditional marketing stuff. And you just got to choose your market and your time, what your industry's like, you got to really think about this sort of thing. But I advise, don't spend any money until you're sure. I've spent thousands of dollars on Facebook and Google ads to try to build my HR consulting business, and it's got me like nothing. I just completely wasted the money. So now I'm at that point, when I get back to it, where I'm creating the content. And with Restream.io, it gives me the ability to post this content onto 5-6 different socials all at once. And a regular social media site like TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn, they're a little bit more, what's the word? It's not evergreen. Your content stays relevant for a few minutes. Think about Twitter, to a few hours, probably to TikTok and Facebook, to maybe a few days, Facebook and LinkedIn, right? Like that content kind of stays relevant for that period, and then it stops being shared or whatever, right? The algorithm is like, oh, you didn't get a lot of shares, so we're just going to ignore it now, right? Unless someone actually goes to your profile and looks through all your old content, it's not really getting shared out anymore. But YouTube is like the king of evergreen content. You could have made a piece of content 5 years ago, and someone goes onto YouTube and searches for something, and your 5-year-old content absolutely can pop up for them, right? Because YouTube is a search engine, and everything posted on YouTube can be evergreen, because it's always going to be there. It's always going to be relevant. I mean, if you're talking about news and current events and things like that, it might not be relevant forever, right? But it may pop up every time that issue pops up, right? So that's why we chase the trends a little bit, because if we can get a spike and get a few extra people following us, they'll get an opportunity to see more of our content. Gary V says it well. If I post about something I'm interested in and it's got nothing to do with my business, and this other person sees this content and they like what I also like, personally speaking, but then they find out, excuse me, I'm just burping here again. Then they find out that you're an HR consultant. And they're like, oh my God, my small business, I need some HR advice. I'm going to talk to Ian because he loves the same stuff I like. So I kind of, you identify better with these people. So that's the nature of the randomness, right? And your small business, you are posting everything you can. You're posting, I think Gary V posts something like 35 different pieces of content on 7 different social media sites every day. Like, he doesn't mess around. So am I saying do that? No, I'm saying 3+ at least. And this content is you testing the market. You are testing your creative. You're testing the topic that you're talking about. And when something pops off and you get that viral blip, that's a clue for you. More content like that, and or repurpose that original content that popped off. So when we're thinking pop off, go viral, if you get 10 views on your content all the time and then you suddenly get 5,000, 10,000 views, that's you going viral. That is a topic you need to continue talking about or repurpose, things like that, right? Like it gives you a clue of what the market is looking for, what the people on the socials are looking for, right? So when that happens, yeah, you double down, you continue doing other things, right? You stay in your lane, but you continue doing side tests on this stuff that pops off so that your regular content is valuable to you, your brand, your industry, whatever. You've created some quality evergreen content, but you need to every now and again just catch someone and try to bring them in to your content. So I'm not saying if something goes viral, you drop everything and you only talk about that for the next 10 months. No, that's not what I'm saying. You just do a few extra things and see if it was a one-time thing or if it's actually something that you can build on. And I love the example that I have. There is a woman named Judy, and she has a restaurant. Oh, I got a cough, sorry. Oh, there's something stuck in my throat. Not fun. Sorry, I just cleared my throat into the mic. Oh my god. You better stop watching. So you think about this lady Judy. Okay. This is insane. So this lady Judy, she has a restaurant called Judy's Family Restaurant or Judy's Family Cafe. All right. This is on TikTok. She makes these videos that are so funny. Yeah, I'll see if this will play.
Don't look at her. Do not look at her. She's gonna try to sell us pancakes. I'm telling you.
What are you looking for? I have the best pancakes. Come Judy's for breakfast. I'm Judy. I have cafe. Come for breakfast.
Oh, that's Judy. Don't look at her. Do not look at her. She's gonna try to sell us pancakes. I'm telling you.
What are you looking for?
She's suddenly in the back seat. I don't know if you heard that properly or not, but the guys were like, oh, don't look at Judy. She's going to try to sell us pancakes. And she's suddenly in the back seat of their car. She, I think, is the queen of following trends and viral things because her videos she'll do a video like that. And we've seen videos where someone's like looking at something and suddenly someone's in the back seat. But we also just see these viral pictures of like a bike hitting the back of a pickup truck and the rider flips up into the box. Well, Judy cuts that. She's like, you forgot your pancakes. And she chases them on this bike. And then they show the viral clip of this bike hitting the back of the pickup truck, and the person flips over, and then it cuts to Judy rolling into the back of the truck, and she's still holding the to-go box that this person forgot, right? Like, she is a funny, funny lady. And she's got a good team working with her. I don't know if she's hired a marketing agency or whatnot, but okay. Me, Ian, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, started seeing Judy's content. Judy's restaurant is in Galesburg, Illinois, in the United States. Why am I getting Judy's content when I'm Illinois? Oh, I'm like 2,000 kilometers away from Illinois, right? But I got Judy's content. I'm seeing what Judy's doing. I mean, if I'm in Galesburg, Illinois, absolutely, I'm going to Judy and I'm going to eat her pancakes. I could eat Judy's pancakes for days. Judy, give me your pancakes, right? I'm seeing her content. She's a funny lady. I love her content. Am I actually ever going to go to Judy's Family Cafe to eat pancakes? Probably not. Probably never. Just there's something tickling the back of my throat. I apologize. She's got a link to her website, and it says Judy's merch with a down arrow. We could go to Judy's website. Yes, open it up. It's like, oh, safety, security. You're gonna go someplace where you shouldn't. Yes, open it up. For crying out loud. Buy merch. So we got Judy's awesome pancakes and her food. Oh, she's got lots of good looking food. But buy merch. There's a buy merch button. Judy's pancake t-shirts. Oh my God. She got mugs. She got a bag. Magnets. I mean, she's got a bunch of merch. She's got a hoodie. She's got sunglasses that are the creepy round little sunglasses like what Judy wears. And these things. She's got a hat. She's got a coffee thermos. And she's got a Judy's LED sign. I wonder how much money she is making internationally based on this store, her online store, and her just amazing ability to create content. This needs to be you. This needs to be me. I need to do funnier content. I need to take pictures of my cats and put them up here. Jan, come here. She's sleeping. She's sleeping on the chair. She didn't even twitch her ears when I said her name. Asshole. Anyway. So, she's doing amazing. She is a Galesburg. I don't know how big Galesburg is. It's a small town cafe. And I saw that she just opened a second location. I don't know if it's in the same town or not. But there's 2 Judy's restaurants now. And she's got this amazing online presence. I mean, it's just me in Canada. I'm following Judy. And Judy has 229.9 thousand followers. Galesburg, Illinois. I don't know, probably like 5 or 10,000 people or something like that. I have no idea how big it is. Maybe it's a small city. I don't know anything about Galesburg, Illinois. And I probably never would have known that Galesburg, Illinois even existed until I saw Judy's content. I think I scared her. Jen, where are you going? She left. She left me. Oh, inconsiderate cat. So, oh my God. 4.9 million likes. 4.9 million people have liked her content. 4.9 million people have viewed her content. At least. Because that's just likes. Not everybody likes content. No, not everybody clicks the heart button. 5 million people have seen Judy's content. Crazy. Like her three pinned at the top. 2.9 million views. 4.1 million views. 12.4 million views. That's the one where they're like, oh, don't look at Judy, and she ends up in the backseat. That's 12.4 million views. She is kicking butt with her content. Absolutely. And I am just choking on the boogers right now. My tea bag is also trying to kill me. I squished all the goodness out of that tea bag, man. Nothing left. Podcaster, heal thyself. So, what are you doing to market your side gig, side hustle, small business, crafting business, whatever it is you're doing? Is it part-time? Is it really part-time? Have you suddenly realized that you need to quit that BS corporate job and you need to start making money somewhere else? Whew. Start the 3:30. Oh, I saw the cops in the back alley. Cops. What are they doing? Oh. They turned down the alley. They're right behind my house. Probably coming for me. Probably saw me looking out the window. So if the cops break in and I get arrested, call my mom. No, just kidding. I shouldn't get arrested. I won't get arrested. There's no ICE agents in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Anyway, what are you doing? Social posting is free. So we kind of got two types of advice when it comes to social posting. Pick one social media and go hard on it. Right? And as soon as you start getting clicks to your website and you start making some money, whatever you're doing, affiliate marketing, your small business, you're selling items, whatever. Once you start making some money off their regular money, then you consider starting a second social media and going hard there. And you could repurpose all the same stuff, right? So that's one way of doing it. So you just slowly build up each social media. Or you could do something more like Gary Vee tends to talk about now. You need to be posting everywhere all the time, right? And that can be a daunting task. That could be a hard thing. I am kind of concentrating on two things. My LinkedIn is my largest audience, and I try to post more there, writing the articles and the regular written post along with my shorts and my long content like this that gets posted there. The good thing about the Restream program is it allows me to distribute and post on a lot of different places. So I'm hitting at least 6 social media sites, right? My long form is LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and Twitter X. All this, my lives, long form, it's all going to those automatically. Like I'm live streaming right now, and it saves it to all those platforms. Now, Twitch only sticks around for a while, like a month or something like that. So I find it weird. It's a little weird. Anyway, I'm using it. I'm trying to see what happens. And then with my clips, so each one of these lives, Restream, I've upgraded enough on this program that when I'm done the live and I end this live stream, it will automatically, with AI, choose some clips that I can then send out. So, it's different because I'm not using Twitch for my shorts or my reels if you're on Instagram or Facebook, right? So it doesn't allow me to post onto Twitch. And it also doesn't allow me to post onto Instagram, but it says it's coming soon. I don't live stream on Instagram because it's a pain in the butt. I have to go in and get a streaming code every time. And if I got to do that anyway, I might as well just live stream on Instagram, right? But then that defeats the point of this. I mean, I guess I could put my phone up onto my stand and I could stream on Instagram natively right through that app, through the Instagram app. Like, I could do that. Maybe I could get a couple phones and help me with that. But for the shorts, the reels, I use all the same stuff, the LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter X, but I'm also posting to TikTok. So that is 6 different social media sites that I'm posting to. The Twitch, I'm only putting this long stream on. So, but that's 5 sites where I'm doing basically 3 to 6 social media posts every day. And on the weekends, I've saved up some of the shorts from my weekly streams, and I'll pop in on Saturday morning and just share those real quick. And then Sunday morning I do the same thing. So I'm trying to get at least 3 to 4 shorts put up on the socials on the weekends. And that's me going hard, right? And actually doing this, it's given me structure. I gotta be up and awake and alive to make sure I get a bunch of work done before I go live over this lunchtime. And then in the afternoon, I'm trying to write my scripts for my long form videos that I'm trying to post one every week. Oh, it's even more content. But like I touched on earlier, all these other sites are kind of like short term, except for YouTube. The YouTube channel is, it's the hidden gold, it's the hidden treasure that I'm really trying to build with this. Everything else, because I'm using Restream, is basically gravy. I'm trying to post to my LinkedIn followers. There's over 12,000 connections on LinkedIn, so I'm trying to post content for them. Yes, and then the other sites are just gravy, but it's the YouTube that I really want to build. It's the YouTube that I want to it's the YouTube that I want to create the evergreen content and create the continued traffic. And everything I've seen says 3 months to a year. You have to go hard. 3 months to a year creating content on YouTube. And right now, I'm going pretty hard on YouTube, right? So with all this stuff, and what I'm gonna share my screen. Let's have a look at my YouTube, man. See what we can see. Here is my YouTube channel. Can we change this? Yeah, let's do that. Because that menu bar over there, we don't need the menu bar. All right. So this is my YouTube channel. IanTheHRPro. IanTheHRPro. God, what the... Why am I using IanTheHRPro and then over here I'm using my full name? Ugh. Whatever. Branding issues. Anyway, this is showing that I'm currently live. This is the live you're watching right now. This is number 10. So I've done this Gigs and Side Hustles live 10 times. That's 10 weeks I've been doing this, right? And we got my videos. This is the Why Do Employees Form Unions video that I posted on Monday. I wrote the script last week, and I actually filmed on Sunday and edited on Sunday to post on Monday. Yeah, the latest. And there's the shorts. I posted these 3 just now this morning before I went onto this live stream. So you can see here 15 views, 80 views, 125 views. And the ones from yesterday, 152 views, 102 views, 686 views. That's a gooder. I don't know if this one was posted yesterday or not. It might have been Sunday. But these are all my shorts, man. Let's look at popular shorts. So these are my most popular shorts. Not all of them are brand new, right? This one's a little bit more brand new. This is kind of brand new too, but I'm just giving people good vibes. And my toxic coworker, this is Chan the cat. That's her bum. That's who I was yelling at just now. She likes to hang out in the office, but I think I scared her. So I'm getting some over 1,000 views on some of these, right? And that's fine. Shorts are really good for getting subscribers. So you can see I got 102 subscribers now. With this last run, I've gained somewhere in the neighborhood of 70 new subscribers in the last 10 weeks since I started this massive. So 364 videos, and I'm just really rushing this right now. I've had this YouTube channel since I think 2012, and I've tried a few times in the past to try to build the content, right? If we go to the videos, the most popular, right? These are like my kind of my most previous attempt to try to build the channel, and I built quite a few, but 300 views, like, that's nothing to write home about, right? My oldest ones, you can see my screen pictures are not very good quality, and you can see about here 1 year ago my my images got better. So yeah, but the shorts, popular, the oldest shorts, even the old shorts are kind of terrible. Look at the bad lighting I had in here, bad angles, bad faces. I would batch a bunch of them, so I was filming these independently. I would just have a whole list of shorts that I would create all at once, and then I would post them, right? My lives, it's the current live that's going on right now. My lives aren't getting a lot of views. 6 views, 11 views, 2 views, 7 views, 3 views, 11 views. Most popular, 21 views, 2 weeks ago, this video, 2 weeks ago, the Wednesday Gigs and Side Hustles, we got 21 views. Yay! Right? And of course, all my lives, I'm treating them like a podcast. So you go in and see my podcast, and you can see my new logo for the podcast. I love those two little guys. And then, of course, I'm trying to post stuff, and I talked about my new podcast and problems streaming, and sometimes, I don't know, this is our vacation to Jasper, and I told everyone there's no live streams. That was the stuff I'm selling on Whatnot. And anyway, that's the channel, and I got everybody going to my link tree. I want everyone to purchase this Stop Staff Drama in 5 days. The more advanced version of this ebook is the People Problem Fix, and then the info about my live podcast. And if they want to have a HR consulting session with me, or a small business marketing coaching session, right? Or if they want to book me and my wife to do the Kairos blanket exercise, and of course I got my mother here and my sister here and their crafts, and my project to preserve the Sakao Cree language. That's my language. That's my mother's language that she speaks. And then I got some affiliate link to Amazon for indigenous products on Amazon and Whatnot. I'm trying to do more Whatnot and just sell a bunch of my junk. And my creative outlet, I make t-shirts designs, and then I've got some Fiverr gigs here. Review your resumes, manage your LinkedIn business page. But I also just do a basic discovery call on how I can support you in your business, and you can book me there. And of course, this is all my socials. So everything is there. And if you are concentrating on one product and one thing, absolutely just send people to that website. If I was taking my own advice, I really should just direct people to my ebook. And that's it. Every link on all my socials should just go to my $7 ebook. But I still don't know if it sells. It is a minimum viable product. Actually, it's a great product. And so is my larger ebook, which is $47. Right? These are good stuff. Oh, the Chan. She just came by. Anyway, if you say you have a local business and that's what you're sending your traffic to, make sure you have a good link there. We saw Judy's website. It took us to her cafe website, but she had the merch button there, right? So obviously you can't go buy her pancakes if you don't live in Galesburg, Illinois, but you can buy her merchandise, right? So that may be a better situation than the link tree. But if you want to save money, I spend money on a website and a domain name, and I'm constantly updating it, right? That's my skill. Once upon a time, I was a computer technician. So I've got some technical skills to look after a website, and I've been paying for this website for a long time. But if you don't have a website, you don't have the money for the website, you don't need the website, you have some sort of affiliate link, or you're using some other third party, like I got the Fiverr in there. I've got for my t-shirt designs, that's actually tpublic.com, right? I'm an affiliate for Whatnot. If I could just go double down on just Whatnot and talk about social selling and get people into $1 auctions, and I would just have that one link, and I would be sending people just there, right? So, but I am all over the place. So my advice is, don't be like me, man. But let's look some more at the YouTube. Wait, I built a graph. Let's look at the graph. So I'll stop sharing that. It's me. I'm big again. Let's stop sharing that. Let's open up the Excel sheet I created. And it's not quite up to date for this month, because obviously this is the 29th, and I think my data is from the 27th, because I did this yesterday, so YouTube wouldn't have updated the full statistics until today. So there's a few days short. Coughing. Coughing. Okay, so I created a chart. Let's share this Excel chart. Oh my God, who did that? What's a stupid Mac? I was just trying to move it over and it went bigger. Sorry. How do we make that bigger for you? Let's do that. Okay, okay, it's a little small, but get up nice and close to your screen. I don't bite, honest. So, these are my stats for the last year. This is 2025. I started off at the start of the year with 82 videos already posted. That includes any shorts or lives. I didn't do any lives before that, so it's just my videos and my shorts. And I had 36 subscribers at the start of this year in January. So January, right, I did 2 videos, a short and a regular long form video, and gained 1 subscriber. Yay! And then, and over here, way on the right side, over here, this is what my top video did for that month. This was my top video. How many views it earned. So January was, can you see that on the screen when I go down? I don't think you're seeing the highlights when I'm highlighting. Every time I keep moving off. Well, you see it when I'm on there. Okay, so February, I did nothing. My total views, 147. Did nothing. Gained 1 subscriber still. March, I did nothing. I didn't create any videos, nothing. My views went down to only 74 views the whole month. And I lost a subscriber. My best video that month had 31 views. April, I did nothing. Views went up. I actually gained a follower. Now this is on the 84 videos I had up until this point. This was still giving me a little bit of action. These are old videos. These are year-old, almost 2-year-old videos that I've been putting on. I would get in spurts for the last 2 years, like January. I'd end up posting like, I don't know, to like 10 videos or something, and so a few shorts, and just kind of get burnt out already. And it was tiring. I felt like I was creating this stuff and not getting anywhere. It takes a while. Now, 82 videos, that's not a whole lot. 82 pieces of content. The advice I got said that you need to get over 300 pieces of content, 300 to 500 pieces of content before you start getting viable. Before you start really getting noticed, and the algorithm has tested enough of your stuff and it knows where to send it and things like that. And this is on YouTube, right? So really, I am not one of those people that said, oh, I only had 1,000 subscribers. I mean, man, I had 36 when I started this year. 36 subscribers. Despite my efforts to try to create a YouTube channel early last year and the year before, right? So I've got some content. It's there, but it's just not enough. And I wasn't consistent long enough. I think this old content will come back eventually once I prove to the algorithm that I'm worthy, right? So June, I made 1 video and 11 shorts. So I was really just trying to get more shorts done and wanted to put out some sort of content. Well, 1 new video and 11 new shorts got me 8,767 views. Right? So, not bad, I guess. I gained 1 follower, so total subscribers became 39. Then in July, I posted 2 videos and 19 shorts. Again, I was trying to just get more shorts, trying to get back in the groove to making videos. Excuse me. And even though I did twice as many videos and more shorts, I got way less views. But I did gain 1 more follower, so I'm up to 40. This is July. This is July of this year. Then August. I think July, August, I think I watched a lot of Gary Vee videos. And I was like, okay, we got to start doing something. So I started my lives. So in August, I filmed 5 lives, went live 5 times. And so that was like basically the last week of August. And I created a bunch of shorts, but I was still doing the shorts manually. And I hadn't really come up with the 333 plan yet and things like that, right? So even though I got 5 lives and 8 shorts, I lost views. I lost like 1,100 views. But I did gain 6 subscribers. So I'm up at 46 subscribers in August of this year. So this was 2 months ago. We're at the end of October, right? September, August. So 2 months ago, this started. So September, the full month of September, I tried to do a live every weekday. So that's like an hour to 2 hours worth of content, really long form content. And I purchased the upgrade for Restream.io for my streaming program I'm using right now. So I upgraded to that. It allowed me to start streaming to more places, and it allowed the program to start creating the viral clips for me. So 108 viral clips, aka short/reels. That's what I got out of the 19 lives. And I was also trying to do like a daily video, and a lot of them ended up being over 3 minutes. So they weren't classified as a short, they were classified as a reel video. So these were daily videos. They weren't really a proper long form video where you do all kinds of editing and fancy stuff, right? So there was 9 of those. They were kind of just longer shorts, but they're classed as videos here. So by the end of September, I got to 266 pieces of content. So from the start of the year with 82 pieces of content, I now had 266 pieces of content. An insane 42,748 views in September. I accidentally told my wife it was 47,000, but I must have transferred the 2 and the 7. It's 42,000, just shy of 43,000 views in September alone. So my watch time went from 6 hours to 98 hours. Insane. August, I thought I did good with 6 new subscribers. I got 44 new subscribers in September. So last month, 44 new subscribers. Hello, Chan. I'm working here. Just come to sit. Just lay down. Just lay down. So at this point, at the end of September, at the end of last month, I am at 90 subscribers. And, you know, like my top videos really aren't doing a whole lot. So what's happening? All my pieces of content are starting to get a little bit more views, a little bit more action, right? My best video isn't that great. Last month, 1,200 views, just shy of 1,300 views. Like, that's it. 1,268 views. That was my biggest viral video of September. But I went from 3,500 views to 43,000 views. Insane. Okay. How does that happen? That means all my videos, all my contents that was already posted all got a few extra views. Right? So if we, at this point, 266 pieces of content, right? 42,748 views for the month of September, divided by 266 pieces of content at this point. That means each piece of content got an average of 160 new views. In order for me to get to almost 43,000 views, all my content got a little bit more. So obviously this one that got 1,200 will reduce this number for other things, but what's that mean? It means there was some content that was still getting lots of views. And a lot of my older stuff is starting to get additional views to the evergreen stuff. It's coming back. October. This was up till not yesterday, but the numbers would have been for Monday. Up to the 27th, October 27th. These are the numbers. So there's, like I said, a few more days. We had a bunch of stuff going on, so I had to cancel some lives. So far, I was only able to do 15 lives, plus yesterday, plus today, plus tomorrow. And does October go to 30 or 31? Goes to 31. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I got 4 more pieces of content that are going to add to this. So I'm going to match September for lives. Right? I'm going to do at least 19 lives. And I managed to create 1 long form video this month. And that's my attempt to try to create the long form video every week if I can. But I'm not pressuring myself because I'm still getting lives. I'm still getting a bunch of shorts. Shorts are really good for getting followers, but you got to make sure you associate the short with a longer form video. So one of these or one of these, right? So 74 shorts. So I think I got, again, that's 4 days. So, right, 4 times 3, of course, is 12. 12 plus 74 I've already put down. We're going to get to about 86 to 90 shorts this month. So I'm a little less than I was. Probably like 10, 12 less than I did last month. I mean, maybe I could generate more. I don't know. There might be more. So, but so far this month, I'm not getting to the 42,000 views, but there is more days. I mean, 42,748 divided by like 30 days last month. So that was an average of 1,425 views per day last month. So if we try to predict what we're going to get, so that number, 1,400 times 4 more days, that's going to be an extra 5,700 plus the 30,609. Yeah, we're going to get to about 37,000 views probably if it goes this way, unless something pops off. Who knows? So we're not going to beat August. September is not going to beat August with my numbers. But, and my subscribers are a little lower, like that 44 subscribers in September, that was awesome. And I think I'm at 102 right now. We just looked at the screen, my channels. I think we're at 102. So might get a couple more. So maybe 12, 13, 14 we'll get for the month. And then we'll move into the next month. So basically, I've been doing the 333 for like 2 full months at this point. And I need to give it at least 3 full months. So we're going till at least the end of November at this pace, doing the lives every day and things like that. But I think because I was gradually bringing in things, upgrading my Restream.io so I could stream to more things, so I could get more content created. I think I need more months to make this work. So I'm definitely doing this for November and December, and I think I may commit to going till at least the end of February, and see what happens. So that ends up being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. 6 months, half a year. I will have been doing the 333 challenge. Basically, I'm doing it twice, but I was ramping up, so I don't feel like the early stuff counts too much. I think more like from October is a more true view. So I don't know, but I mean, to go from 74 views in March to almost 43,000 views in September, yes, that's a win. But what is it? I'm not making any money on YouTube. There's no money coming from YouTube. There's only my affiliate links and the links to my website and things like that I'm relying on. But I'm not making any money yet. Right? I've just got my standard clients that I'm working for. I'm doing policy work, things like that. And so I got a couple clients like that are a little more regular, and I do work for them multiple times a year. But it's not big money. Like, this is consulting money like this, man. It's a scary roller coaster. It's scary going up because you make a whole bunch of money, and it's scary going down because you you're not making any more money, right? It's pretty scary. It's a two-way scare. But when the traffic starts building up, all the other links in my link tree should start firing up, right? And I did this terrible calculation the other day, and it kind of depressed me. So I had to go in here and I had to create those stats so I could see the stats. And, 43,000 views from less than 100. I mean, that's a win. That really is a win. So I've got to be excited about that. And of course, I didn't even talk about the chart, but we saw the chart, my views chart on that. And it's just like this deadly spike going up, right? So we will see how it goes for the rest of the year. But I did a traffic and revenue goal chart. I don't want to really show this, but I worked through with ChatGPT, like, what's standard conversion rate from content to visitors to my sales page. ChatGPT, with all its research, came up with 0.3%. 0.3% of the people that see my content will click through to my links. Yikes. 0.3%. So when you set a goal like $5,000 or $10,000 a month to build your business to, what does that equal to? Right? So I had to calculate, at 0.3%, people might purchase my $7 ebook. And then I upsell them to the bigger ebook. Maybe 10% of those people upgrade. And then upsell to my more expensive consulting. It's maybe another 1% of that 10% of that 0.3%, right? So the numbers are just dismal, just terrible, just demoralizing. And I mean, man, depending on what you're doing, I mean, if I can get 1 or 2 consulting clients a month, it gets me to my income goal. But I won't convert those people until they go through the funnel process, and less people get through. So the numbers say that I need to have over 300,000 people click my link to my sales page. I need 300,000 people a month to click into my sales page, so that the way the funnel is with the estimates. I don't know what the conversion rate is right now because we haven't sold a whole lot. So 300,000 people need to click on my links. All my links are up here in the top right hand, or my right hand corner, your left hand corner. This is backward mirrored stuff. I don't know. Anyway, up here in the top corner, opposite from where my podcast logo is, that takes you to my link tree. And here's the actual link tree here. linktr.ee at IanTheHRPro, right? That QR code takes you there. And all my links are there, and you can get into my funnel and start getting HR support from me and blah blah blah. Right? We saw my links there. So if I'm getting 300,000 people to go basically to my link tree, what are the possibilities? I've monetized. Everything is set up. My back end, my ebooks, my consulting services, booking the Kairos blanket exercises, all my little affiliate links, my freelancing from Fiverr. Like, that's all set up, man. Like, that is set up. I can't make any adjustments to any of that until people actually start going through it now. So I'm ignoring all that. It's done. It's set up. I'm just sending people there. And that's all I'm concentrating on now. To build my small business, I need to get some people to that website. So this is what I'm doing, right? The 333 challenge, and you saw the numbers. I mean, man, I need to generate, that's 300,000 people to click through. So what's the click-through rate? I think the click-through rate was 0.3. I might have fudged my numbers a little bit. But if I need 300,000 people just to go to my website to start making this money, how much content and how many views do I need on all my content across all my platforms? Like, with this current number setup, it's exhausting to even think about. I need like 20 million people to view my stuff, man. Like it's astronomical at this point. And because I haven't been able to test how good all my conversions are, I think this number will drastically go down eventually, right? This estimated number. Because once I start getting 100,000 views a month on all my stuff, or 500,000 views a month, right, I will start to see the proof that I need to tweak, right? The things I need to tweak. I will see people going to my links and see what they're linking on. So I will tweak the links, and I can't make any adjustments until I start seeing oh god, my eye is itchy here. I can't make any adjustments at this point until I see what is working. So it's all about just making the content. Man, making the content everywhere and just seeing what sticks. I mean, that sounds terrible. But I'm trying to keep it to certain topics. I'm doing 5 topics each week. And I mean, again, if I was smart, I would just talk about HR every day, and all my links would just point to my $7 ebook. There would be nothing else. Maybe after this test, I'm doing the 333 challenge, but extending it to March or February or March. And I'm saying February or March because I'm interested to go hard like this for a full 6 months now. Because I know 3 months to a year, that's what it takes of posting lots, right? So you need to be doing the same thing for your small business. You need to be Judy. Oh my God. Judy's pancake breakfast. Oh. I love Judy's pancakes, and I've never eaten them because her content is so awesome. She's gone just amazingly viral. I think this is what I'm predicting. She's got a busy location. She just opened the second location, and that's going to be busy too. So she's going to be making okay money from these 2 restaurants. But at the same time, her virality is pushing people to the merch on her website. I think if it hasn't already happened, it's going to happen for her. The merchandise sales is going to be like having a 3rd restaurant open, but without all the staff and overhead and the building and the rent, right? I think that's what it's going to be. And I think a lot of restaurants could do that, or a local business could do that. There's a local business here in Edmonton, Sweet Convenience. They're a candy store, and they have a lot of imported candy from the US and other places. And me and my wife, we like to go there. It's dangerous. So maybe we don't like to go there. But I mean, like, we buy a lot of candy when we go. And I know of a lot of people who talk about Sweet Convenience and they like to go there. Sweet Convenience has created a community from their Facebook page. And I think they just need to step it up just a little bit. Because when COVID hit and tariffs hit, they're importing stuff from other countries. So everything started getting expensive for them, and people stopped going to the store, and they they're struggling a little bit, and they keep doing these call outs, and they do these cool things during the Oilers games. They'll give you a discount if you're wearing anything Oilers when you go into the store during playoffs. During the winter, when it's cold, when it gets below a certain temperature, they give that percentage off on the candy. And so, like, they're attracting people on cold days to go out, brave the cold, brave the minus 30, go to the store so they can get 30% off their candy. I mean, that's kind of genius, right? And I think they just need to up their social posting a little bit. Just a little bit. And I think they would stop having issues because they're doing some amazing stuff over there. And that's a local candy store. I think the major issue with them is that their location is not in a neighborhood. It is in a strip mall, and the strip mall is in an industrial area between like two major roads that are like super busy. And businesses, we always seem to think, oh, let's be on a busy road so we can be seen. When you're on a busy road, people don't stop. A busy road is not a destination. So you've got to do other things to make your business a destination. And Sweet Convenience is doing an amazing job with their social community building, but they need to go one step further. Another business I know about, they used to be located across the street here from our house, but they moved to the West End. They too are also on a major road, and they just had major construction there for the last 2 years, 3 years. So it was hard to get into their business. And they're not in a neighborhood, right? So they kind of had these two things going against them. And we had COVID, and we got all kinds of issues, people getting poor, right? But the owner has created an online community. And Gary Vee talks about live social selling. I mean, this lady, it's a yoga studio, it's a health food, protein food that they sell, but she added crystals and the new wave type stuff, right? Like new age type stuff. And she added all that for that total Zen feeling, right? When you think about yoga and being aligned with your chakras or whatever, right? Like, so she brought in all this stuff, but she started selling on her Facebook group. She would go live and she would go through these different items and say, oh, does anybody want to buy this? And there was a lot of their crystals and things like that. My wife, that was great for her. She would sit down on her computer and watch the live and bid on stuff, and then we would just have to run over there and pick up stuff, right? But that also got people to the store because they had to go pick it up. So your local business needs to step it up. If you are a window installer, I mentioned that before, obviously you're not just sending flyers out to the local neighborhood, because that's not really your market. There, you might get a couple jobs out of that, couple times a year, something like that, yes. But your area is wider. So why not create funny videos about windows and installing windows and your installers and the safety and the funny accidents and, and every now and again you sprinkle in this is amazing new product that we're starting to use. It's like quadruple pane and, like whatever the fancy new window might be, right? But you concentrate on that funny stuff, like what Judy's doing. I mean, come eat breakfast. Eat my pancakes. I mean, I'll eat Judy's pancakes. Yep, sirree. I go to Sweet Convenience because they've created the community, and my wife loves it because she gets the candy that she normally can't get. She loves the candy corn. It's terrible. It's an abomination. That's not that bad, but she loves it. She absolutely loves it, and that's the primary place we find it. And she loves her saltwater taffy. And they got this whole rack of different flavors of saltwater taffy, right? And they advertise about it. They talk about it. Oh, we got some new flavors in, right? And they let us know. And the yoga studio, here's some new crystals. We're going live. We're going to sell them this week. And, she's going live like once a week or once every couple of weeks or something like that. I think she needs to step it up and go live like every day. And she should connect with Whatnot. If you want to join Whatnot, go to my links. And there's a Whatnot link there. And you start selling your stuff, man. The candy store, she could be selling on Whatnot. Your store becomes your studio. So they could just set up a camera at one end of the counter and sell all day and say, okay, we're selling this box of candy. We're starting the bids at $20 for this box of candy. It's got this, it's got this, it's got this, it's got this, and we'll ship it to you, or you could save on shipping and come down to the store and buy it, right? Like, for that matter, they could do what the yoga studio is doing and just go live on their Facebook and start selling it there, right? They could take e-transfer payments. It's great, and they don't have to pay for a lot of fees. Whatnot will take some fees, but it also kind of handles the shipping labels and things like that, so it makes it fun and easy to do it, because you don't have to go wait a thing and pay the shipping. It's all kind of in the system, so that's what I like about Whatnot. But yeah, you could just go live on your Facebook and start selling stuff, right? So yeah, when you have a piece of content that pops off, we mentioned this, if something goes viral for you, you normally get my highest views we saw were about 1,000 to 1,800 views. If anything jumps up to 5,000 or 10,000, that's viral for me. And I'm saying, I'm going to make more content like that. I'm going to repurpose this content itself, but I'm also going to continue my experimenting and everything. But when that pops off, that's when I'm going to say, I'm going to put $50 into it. So I'm going to put $100 into this, and I'm going to turn it into an ad. I mean, it's pretty easy on Facebook because you just boost it, and I think you can pick your location. So your local business, you're the candy store, you're the yoga studio, your mom and pop convenience store, you're kind of doing a smaller radius. You're doing like, I want to show this ad, or I'm going to show this piece of content to everybody within 5 kilometers, 10 kilometers, or something like that. Something a little bit smaller. This is your area. These are your real customers. If you're that window installer, you're the window company, you're going to say, oh, that piece of content was amazing, so we're going to boost it, but we're going to make sure we encompass the whole city and maybe the neighboring suburbs. So we're going to say 25 to 50 kilometers, right? That we're going to do that, and you're going to put a little bit more money into it so that it's being seen. But like a little store, yeah, a good post, you put $100 into it, and you do that for, you try to give it a week. You try to make sure that it goes over a week, right, or something like that, at least. If you just say $100 and no time limit or no limit for each day, Facebook will just spend that right now. They'll spend it that day. They'll spend it in about 15-20 minutes, and your ad will go out for 15-20 minutes, and that's it, right? So you got to kind of put them daily limits on it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you create content, and when that content is proved to be good content, then you put some money into it too. You pay the advertising. So the first part is your marketing. Your marketing, all your content right now is just testing. And if nothing pops off, you continue testing content. And as soon as something pops off, you put money into it. You repurpose it. You do more content like that. You put more money into it, whatever, right? That's when you do it. So you've proven the creative, the content is good, and it resonates with people and your clients, right? You've proven this is a good piece of content. The old way of doing advertising, you have some people create something for you, the ad company creates something, or you create something and you think it's good, and then you say, I'm going to create an ad for it, and you waste money like me. I spent like $6,000 last year and got nothing. All I did was get a very expensive education in how to create Facebook ads. That's it. I wasted a lot of money. But now watching there's something on my face. Watching the Gary Vee videos, he's like, spend all your time marketing with creating what's good, and once something goes good, he says, then you spend money on it. So you have these massive companies, Coca-Cola, Cartier, whatever. These massive companies that are these massive brands. They might be wasting their money on content that isn't proper for them, right? So, and I find it funny. A lot of times a big brand is selling an emotion or selling a lifestyle, right? They're not really selling what they got. So recently I've been seeing Cartier watch ads. I stopped wearing watches in high school. No watches. I stopped wearing watches because I'm a little OCD. I began timing everything in my life. And everything in my life could be broken down into 35-second chunks. So everything in my life I could do in 35 seconds. I had to get rid of my watch because I felt like, okay, this is maybe not healthy for me mentally. So I got rid of my watch. So I haven't even worn a watch in 25 years. It's like, no way, man. No more watches. But to see this Cartier watch show up, and it shows the watch and all the smooth lines, and just, I'm like, what the hell? Why am I seeing this ad? This ad is not meant for me. Maybe it was because they know I'd end up talking about it and complain that I got this ad. Maybe it worked. But I did not have the urge to go out and buy a fancy watch. Absolutely not. And certainly not a Cartier watch. don't even know what the price point is. They didn't give you a price point. You know, you got your Casio watch with all the doodads on it, you know, and it's $19.99, you know, and it's a good sturdy watch that'll last forever type thing. I mean, that's selling a product. But Cartier was selling me this lifestyle. It's probably a $5,000 watch or something stupid like that, right? Like, I don't know. Well, one time when I was in my 20s, I thought it would be cool to have $5,000 or $10,000 on each wrist. So, $10,000 watch, $10,000 gold bracelet. You know, I thought that was cool. Now I think it's very, very lame, and I'm not the person they should be selling to. So it's interesting. If I'm seeing a Cartier watch ad, their marketing is off. They're struggling to do proper marketing, because I should never see that ad. That ad shown to me is a waste of their ad money. Right? Like, that ad should have only been shown to freaking Brad Pitt. Right? Or some CEO of some billion-dollar company. Right? It should not have been shown to me. There's something wrong with their marketing and their ad spend. They've done something wrong. The company might be struggling in my mind. I'm thinking, oh, gee, well, they're showing their ad to everybody. All us poor people that can't afford it. That's bad. That's really bad. Someone at my front door. Bet you it's the mail delivery. So all it did was ring. Yeah. It's just the Post. Canada Post. Good to see they're working a little bit, but at the same time, I don't like to see the government or an organization not properly paying or supporting their employees. I'm pro-union 100%, right? But this is about advertising. So yeah, I think Cartier is messed up. I think they might be struggling. Why would they show this ad to absolutely everybody? There should be a certain type of demographic that they're going for. And it's not me, man. It's not me. So, yeah, good show, good show. I'm not doing any more comments. Don't you dare make a comment right now. This show is about to end. Don't forget to go to all my links. And I don't know. Why does that just say link? I don't even know what that is. I was trying to see if there was something else I can pop up, but I don't feel like it today. Yeah. It's just all my links, QR code takes you to my link tree. If you want to connect with me for some reason, hey, if you want to be on the show, you could come on for half an hour, you could come on for 10 minutes, you could come on for the whole show. I don't care. But especially if you got a small business, especially a local business, Edmonton or Alberta, even Canada, that's fine. But I think everybody should get on a podcast. I need to connect with other podcasters and see if I can connect with them and be a guest on their show too, right? It's all about getting seen. And I think there's a ton of small podcasters out there that would be happy to have you on their show. Some podcasts have a specific theme, so it probably doesn't work. But there's probably a lot of like business type podcasts that's kind of like me. If you have a business that's related to any of my weekday themes, I want you on here, right? I want you to come. If you're a game store, I want to see you on Friday. If you're a recruiter, I want to see you on Thursdays. If you're a small business struggling with its marketing, or you're a marketing agency for crying out loud, come on the Wednesday show. If you are an Indigenous entrepreneur, I want to see you on Tuesdays, right? If you're any other business that might need some HR support or just want to be on the show, we come in on Mondays because we talk about HR and management and all kinds of cool stuff on Mondays, right? Okay, Mondays is boring, but that's me, man. I'm an HR consultant. Mondays really is my jam, right? You want to see me on Mondays because I'm in my element. I'm talking about my skills, right? That's where I am. But I talk about everything else because I'm trying to hit those trends and I'm trying to diversify a little bit. I mean, that kind of goes against traditional marketing. Pick your niche, stay in your lane, make all your content related to your niche. But I'm thinking that might not be true. Yes, I do a lot of HR content and lots of Indigenous relations content because that's who I am. But I'm also doing the other stuff, right? So tomorrow is Career Club. We're going to talk resumes and cover letters and the job hunt, interview prep, or whatever you want to talk about. It's all about trying to get a job. And I think I talked about something last week that I might continue. I don't know what the heck. There was some stuff I was like halfway through last week and I didn't write any notes, so I don't know what the heck I'm supposed to talk about. Good job, Ian. Good job. And Friday, it's fun and games. Boy, we talk about board games, video games, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, card games, collectibles. I might be going live on Whatnot at the same time on Friday and trying to sell some of my stuff. What else? Popular culture. We'll talk movies. We'll talk music. We'll talk books. Whatever you want to talk about on Fridays. I mean, if you've got an interesting business that doesn't fit in other things, Friday might be a great day. Yoga lady Trista, owners of Sweet Convenience, let's get you in on Fridays, man. If you own a game store, absolutely. Let's go live together on a Friday, man. And you can talk about your store and your stuff you got for sale. It will be excellent. Anyway, my name is IanTheHRPro. I'm an HR consultant. Thank you for watching the show today. I'm going to let you go.